Punch Man is one of my favorite shows. With its animation and artwork to its amazing philosophy, I love the show in almost every way. Its comedy genuinely makes me laugh and has characters that I truly care about. The way they make fights that we already know the outcome to so interesting is beyond me, and action sequences that almost make me feel immersed into my screen. What's it about? One Punch Man is a 12-episode show from Studio Madhouse. It takes all the bad parts of other shows like mindless action or high stakes and makes a pretty good show out of it. Each episode always leads up to a fight, which Saitama, the main character, beats up in just one punch. But this show is more than just that. Even though Saitama is fighting the strongest monsters in the universe, there's an even greater foe than that. He's just too strong, so powerful that he's just bored. Just like how it's more fun to watch an evenly matched team in any sport than it is to watch one team triumphant over the other. Usually that would make this an issue, but having so much power that life is boring is actually what the creator decided to have as the main focus. When you train so hard that you finally reach your goal, then what? Spend the next 40 years or so doing the same thing? Then it becomes dull and unrewarding. Why? Because you're not working towards anything. That's where the author, One, found himself wanting to escape his office life and got inspired to make a superhero who can do all those things. There's just one catch, a weakness if you could call it that. He's bored of being so strong. He worked hard and trained every day and became so strong that he wins every fight, effortlessly. It's like when you get bored of doing something you loved so much previously. But if the audience already knows who's gonna win the fight, won't that make it boring? The show counteracts this by setting up scenes that make it look like the villain will be strong enough, but turning out just to get beaten in one punch. This is called severson of expectation. The villain talks about his long hard path and ideals, often with scary music and a gigantic size, just to get punched by Saitama and dying in an instant.
How dare you confront Mother Earth's apostle for such a mindless reason? Yet what can be expected from a hero?
Not again. All it took was one punch.
Damn it!
Saitama once dreamt of a foe he actually tried against, so mad that he was just able to defeat a monster with so little effort. What kind of hero complains about being too strong? Well, this is what makes the show stand apart from everyone else. One Punch Man is a show that doesn't take itself seriously, with Saitama saying, "I'm just a hero for fun," countless times during this show.
Just a guy who's a hero for fun?
You're kidding. What kind of half-assed backstory is that?
Saitama never tries, often having more trouble dealing with people than actual monsters, and there seems to be no limit to its power, and probably never will be. One Punch Man is a show that dives deep into our minds and retains the fun and the comedic aspects of a show, with my favorite quote,
"I'll leave tomorrow's problems to tomorrow's me."
A big part of the story is how Saitama lost all his emotions in exchange for his powers. The way he feels depressed about being unemployed first, then thinking about being a hero to relieve it, but only to then become more depressed resonates with me when I tell myself to stop procrastinating, but then do it more.
I became so powerful no one can beat me. I'm the hero I'd always dreamed of becoming. What is this? Why does my heart feel so lifeless and empty? Fear, tension, joy, anger. I feel none of them anymore. In exchange for power, maybe I've lost something that's essential for being human. Every day I come home uninjured and wash my gloves. When I'm out fighting monsters, I never feel as if my heart's really in it anymore. I mean, I just do the hero thing as a hobby. But as long as I get a kick out of it, in the end, that's all I really care about.
In conclusion, One Punch Man is a show that I can keep coming back to and still enjoy. It takes all the things I love and puts it into one. With comedy I can laugh at, action sequences I can admire, and original soundtracks that hypes me up. With that being said, I give this show a 9 out of 10. The care they put into each frame so you can pause on any second and it still looks like an image shows real care, and I recommend it to everyone that's trying to find a nice story or a comedy to watch.
Okay.